how is Dajjal going to achieve his objective of getting the state of Israel to rule the world? Well, first of all, you have to achieve political rule over the world. How to achieve political rule over the whole of mankind? Answer: you have to bring a new political system and get that political system to replace all existing political systems in the world. And that's why you had something called Western imperialism and Western armies colonizing the rest of the world in order to dismantle and to destroy every other political system. So that when you have something called decolonization, you would leave in place, when you decolonize, your political system. And that political system was constructed on the unit of a state, a modern state. And this state is now secular. In what sense of the word is it secular? Prior to the modern West, all societies recognize divine sovereignty. Even primitive peoples, previous civilization, they recognize sovereignty located above. In the case of the Christian world, God is sovereign, but He created the church, and the church is His representative. The Hindus also had the concept of divine sovereignty. The Buddhists, they also have a concept of God after Buddha had left. And us Muslims, we had the Khilafah state, which recognized Allah as Al-Malik, the sovereign. If you recognize other than Allah as sovereign, you commit a sin called shirk. It is the one sin that Allah will not forgive. He's prepared to forgive all sins. Inna Allah yaghfiru dhunuba jami'a. Allah forgives all sins. Tell my servants, if you come to me with sins as high as the sky, I will forgive them all. Don't come with shirk. And this is shirk. Not only does this new state refuse to recognize divine sovereignty, it says the state is sovereign. The state is Al-Malik, not Allah. And so too with supreme authority. Allah is no longer Al-Akbar, the state is Al-Akbar. Not only that, Allah is no longer the supreme lawgiver, Al-Hakam. The state is the supreme lawgiver. Allah can make something haram, the state can make it halal. And Allah can make it halal and the state can make it haram. To make haram what Allah made halal is shirk, to make halal what Allah made haram is shirk. And the modern state now comes into being and it makes halal every single thing that Allah made haram. There's nothing left. They dance to every single tune that Dajjal plays. That's the world today. That's the political reality. And then you take the system of secular states, because they do not recognize divine sovereignty. They take the system of secular states and introduce them into an international organization called the League of Nations and then the United Nations. And so you are uniting the world in one political system. And you have the Security Council with supreme authority. If war breaks out between two parties and the Security Council says, stop fighting, you got to stop. You don't have authority to continue. If you attempt to continue, then the Security Council has the right to demand of every single member state to send troops, so that an international force is established to go and fight you. And when you are called upon, you have to obey. That's what the Security Council is. And so once you had the United Nations established with the Security Council, that charter, you have established the foundations for world government. And when that world government is achieved, then Dajjal will rule over it. And what we're witnessing now, particularly in Europe, but the Europeans don't understand, is the demolition of the modern state with its authority, so that a world government can emerge which will rule over all of mankind. That is the fundamental explanation of political events taking place in the world now.